Good morning. Good morning from Swaziland. Let me recall some of the words that I try to learn. To be honest, I have a long learning curve in learning a new language. Sawubona. Sawubona, I have a chitty here. Sawubona is a hello. And then many occasions, particularly when I am in the supermarket or meeting some people on the road, actually they're very friendly people. And they smile at you. They may not talk to you on the road, but when you say hello or sawubona, they will reply as well. I'm looking at my list here. Right there. Sawubona is can use that, say hello. And then another word that is most commonly used here, and then I try to learn as well, is kunjani. Kunjani is how are you? And the reply should be nia pila. Sorry, nia pila. There's two, nikona and nia pila. Yes is a yebo, and then no is a cha. So that is easy. Yebo, yes, and then cha is no. Yeah, so particularly when they hear you talking some of the catchphrase, and I think the anxiety level, okay, between on their part, I don't know. So that's the way I see it sometimes, is decreases. And or I would say, if I would say, it's being ashamed, right? If you will think of that way, breaks up. And then they started talking to you as well in their language, and they know that you're trying your best, and then what happened? And then the conversation is a start. So using some catchphrase when you're traveling, and that gonna be one of the talking points. And at the same time, you're showing that you're interested in their nation. I wouldn't, in my opinion, it's a kind of disrespect if you already know that people don't speak the language you speak, such as English, for example. Normally it's English. Do you speak English? I wouldn't ask that. Bless me, guys. This nation, the people, most of them speak English as well. They do have the British accent because they were protectorate of United Kingdom donkeys years. That's why here you drive on the left side. No wait, on the right side of the road. Where do we drive? They drive on the left side of the road. The left side of the road, right? Left side, and then sitting on the right side, opposite. That's why, again, I've driven that way when I was in Republic of Ireland. Where else? Republic of Ireland, Australia, and I think in Australia, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, definitely it's because I drove in Australia. I'm trying to remember. I think it's the same thing like this one, but definitely in Republic of Ireland, that's where I drove on the opposite side of the road, the other side of the road, I would say. Anyway, so some catchphrase. So when you're traveling and you love to mingle with the people and see that they are looking at you as a foreigner or a tourist or a visitor who is interested of their nation, is just a little catchphrase. And Google Translate, but what I have is I have a small piece of, this is from the magazine. They have this one. Anyway, like what I said, too much of the blah blah blah. So my final day, I'm flying out today. My flight with airline is 2:30, and I'll be leaving on what is it? What? I turn off one of the lights because it's too bright. And okay, so I'm watching the news as well. You'll notice I have the English news here because the television has a YouTube, so I just connect my YouTube here so I can watch my favorite ones. Anyway, so it's early in the morning. It's about 7:30. Eventually, I'll have my breakfast. But anyway, so what I'm gonna have here is I'm going to look at places I've been. I didn't go much, but it's good enough. Okay, let's look at the map once again. There you go. So here's the whole map. So the map. So Eswatini, the new name, was changed by the king, and is a small landlocked nation. It's about the size of New Jersey in the United States, pretty small. And it is bordered with Mozambique on the eastern part. That's, hopefully you can see that I have a pen. That's Mozambique on the eastern part. Mozambique Kruger Park, that's South Africa. Mozambique on the eastern part. And then on the northern part, the western and the southern is South Africa. That is South Africa. See, that's South Africa, Kruger Park, South Africa North, and then we have the east. See that? There's a border between, and then here we have south as well. So it's a lockland nation. That is to say, they're surrounded by other nations. There are no oceans, but there's some water bodies here, like there's some rivers and lakes. Right, it's divided in several regions, so you see all the different colors here. So we have this pinkish, so the blue and the light pink here, like a peach color. It's a peach and a green. So where I'm at, I am here in the Manzini region. They're divided into, this map shows 5 regions. Ho-Ho region, the Ho-Ho region, Manzini region, this one, Lomboto, and then that's a nature reserve. Sorry, I know it's 4. No, the green is, it's all just nature reserve. This is rich with natural beauty. Nature reserve, but there are 4 regions. I'm here in the Manzini region. Manzini, this is the Manzini region. Look at the color coding there, and that's the Manzini is in the central part. And then the central part. So let's take a look at that. So there's another bigger view with all the, bigger map of Swaziland that has all the major attractions and the places, and I'll be able to pinpoint where I've been. Okay, so this is one of the map, okay, from the magazine where I got this translation. Okay, so here we have, and I am in the Manzini region. There are 4 regions, okay, they're color, which is pretty good. Amazingly, they have a great map, considering a small nation. Normally when I travel to small places, they don't have a wonderful map. So they do have, they even have a city map. So as a matter of fact, on the way side, I'm impressed of Manzini. Because it's in a small nation, but Manzini is the largest one and the most populated. So there's a lot of shopping malls, a lot of restaurants there. I think they love chicken. I see Nando's everywhere, Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC everywhere, as well as have their local chicken franchise. So hilariously speaking, they have Nando's chicken, and then KFC side by side. Nando is from UK, and then KFC is from the America, right? So there's chicken everywhere here, fried chicken. Anyway, so here we go. Here is, hopefully you can see that. And this is Manzini. That is in central. I'm trying to make certain that you can see. I'm using my mobile phone here. So that's Manzini. That's central Eswatini. So, exact where I'm at. Like what I said, I'm in Manzini. I cannot pinpoint exactly where I'm at here, but just some point of references. So came from, of course, landed at the airport. So here you go. So that's the airport. See that? So that's the airport. The airport is in a different region. So this is let's see. Okay, this is the northeast Eswatini. So the airport is in northeast in Eswatini. See how close it is? It's about 25 kilometers. How close, right? 25. But it's not too bad. It's in here in kilometers. So if you look at think about miles. I'm not a mathematician. Yeah, definitely. It's about 25 kilometers, maybe 20 miles. Maybe wrong. Okay, of course, a mile is longer than a kilometer. So it took about 25 minutes. So arrived from South Africa. Okay, from South Africa in Johannesburg, South Africa to Eswatini. I entered to the northeast region where the airport is. There's two airports here, but the new airport is the one that's used for international flights and arrival. The old airport in Matashpa, they closed it, and I encountered an article that that's not used for international commercial flights. It's being used for royal functions. So it's a monarch system. It's an absolute monarch. That is to say, the king controls every single thing. Okay, I'm just looking at it because somebody parked. I'm here in a flat, so there's a parking spaces there as well. Okay, northeast Eswatini, and 25-30 minutes. I'm here in Manzini. And in places where I've been, primarily I concentrated on the central and past. Okay, so Mbabane is still in the central. I went there as well, passing by when I went to Sibebe Rock. Okay, see that? Sibebe Rock. Sibebe Rock is the largest exposed granite in the world. It's different from Uluru Rock in Australia, because Uluru is not a granite, it's a sandstone. It's also the largest exposed this one. Sandstone in the world. This one is granite, similar to the granite rocks Yosemite National Park. I remember back in 2016 I climbed the Half Dome. It's a monolith. It's small, definitely, but it's a granite rock. That's Sibebe. That is pretty close to the northern part and the northwestern part of Eswatini. It's a beautiful place to go. And did some hike there, and it's an adrenaline rush. And definitely, you gotta be an equipped rock climber to get from top to bottom. Sibebe Rock, one of the attractions that you would love to go if you love the adrenaline rush and nature. So close to Sibebe Rock, let me take a look. I went to the Milwani Wildlife Sanctuary. There's lots of animals in the wild, of course. So it's a game drive. I was in a private vehicle and a local drove me there. And it was fascinating to see animals in the wild, and we did a game drive. It's different from the other safari I've been, because you're allowed to walk around, just like when I went to safari in Kenya. One of the safaris, a walking safari, you're allowed to even a mountain bike. So see people walking and mountain biking, and there's some accommodation. It's a park, but the wildlife is just next to you. So that's the Milwani. I see that, the Milwani. Proximity wise, it's about an hour. from Milomani to Sibebe, right? And again, I'm still in the central Eswatini. That's the Manzini. And you know what? Interestingly, I asked the driver, Lucky is his name, most of the names of the places here start with M. Manzini, Mbabane. There could be a reason why. He doesn't know, but that's just my observation. Like Mbabane. Here we have, there's another M here, and then Mililwani, Mbabane, Manzini, right? Okay, so also witness a cultural presentation in the, I'm trying to remember, the Mangtenga cultural heritage site. I see all the chants, dances, cultural presentation. I love culture and nature, and wonderful to see their not okay dances. It's not those dances are dances that public are able to see, because they do have a yearly festival here called Inkwala, which is it's several days of celebration. It's a big time celebration, and the king goes to different palaces, and it's holiday. And I read an article that in Kuala you can't even, no photography, no videotaping. It's all about secrecy. But tourists are permitted to just simply watch but not participate. Yeah, so this is different from in Kuala. So, but this is also, the dances are cultural, of course. The chants and the singing so wonderfully orchestrated, and colorful clothing and attires and costumes. And I made a video about it, and it's in my channel. Anyway, so that's the Mangtenga Natural Reserve. Yeah, it's a fascinating stay here in a small nation of Swaziland, and there's not a lot of tourists here, but there's tourism. As a matter of fact, it's very accessible. There's transportation like public buses, taxis. And I see people riding on a bicycle, particularly in the park. And like what I said, people are friendly. It's a walking, Manzini is a walking municipality. Okay, nice roads, by the way, nice roads. Of course, they are rural, they're unpaved. Like, for instance, Lucky, the local who drove me around, okay, his family lives in a rural area. It's a small places. All places there are, in all nations there are rural areas, all right, as compared to the urban. Anyway, so yeah, it's my final day, and guess what? I prepared my breakfast. I just broke my 40 hours of fasting. So in traveling, I still fast. It's just my lifestyle. Just broke my 48-hour fasting, and I prepared my breakfast since there's a kitchen here. So here's what I have for my breakfast. So I had, there you go, let's take my breakfast right. It's on the table. So what I have for my breakfast, for my brekkie, so here you go. I got avocado. Oh my God, avocado is so rich here. Has so much avocados. This is a smaller avocado. The avocado I got the other day from the public market. Okay, the cultural market. Oh, it's massive. It's big as my face, and they are all organic. It's a good way to break your fast. I ate some of the avocado already. And then here's what I found. See this one? So this, you probably, these are made of, guess what? It's the leaves of the fruit or vegetable. I think it's the fruit that very common, very famous during Halloween, pumpkin. These are made up of pumpkin leaves. These are mashed young pumpkin leaf. I got it from the actually I got it cooked from the supermarket. So I saved some, and then what I did is that I reheated it, and then I get eggs, fresh eggs that are moistened, hen's egg, and I put some red onion. That's a great thing about and a toast, and of course, not forget a cup of coffee. Anyway, so I'm having my breakfast today. This is my last my last breakfast here in Eswatini, and made my breakfast this morning because I do have this flat is fully equipped. Alright, sorry, it's a mess. It's my bed and the telly and the loo. Alright, so like what I said a while ago at the start of this long recording, I'm flying out today, my last day here in a beautiful nation of Swaziland. And what's the next step? So I am flying to South Africa, Johannesburg, going back. Then I'll be there for a night, and I'm flying to Malawi. Malawi is in the eastern part of Africa. I don't know, maybe it's at least 5 hours plane ride, if I'm not mistaken. This one is very close, about an hour 10 minutes. As a matter of fact, going there an hour 10 minutes. Going here, it took only about 45 minutes, and that's according to the airline, an hour 10. It could be shorter. And then I'll be in Malawi for 5 days, and then never been to Malawi. I'm excited as well. It's also in Africa, in the eastern part. It is not bordered with South Africa, but with Tanzania. All right, and then 5 days, and then back to South Africa, Johannesburg, and stayed there for a few days. And I'm doing a game drive in South Africa. All right, let me enjoy my breakfast. All right, I got my avocado. Yay! Right, once again, traveling is not arriving to your destination. It is looking at the world in a different perspective. Keep a smile, and the world is gonna smile at you. Cheers. This is bye, God bless. Bye from the kingdom of Eswatini.